right, my friends, welcome to episode 193 of Prof and Dev Play Games. I am the Professor Larry at Prof Plays Games on Twitter, and over there is Anthony the Dev at SummerSpeak. And I just want to say right off the bat, I'm going to steal the episode title from Major Nelson Radio's recent episode title, which was PrE3.
PrE3.
PrE3, because this episode we're going to talk about our E3 predictions, and next week, just before E3 hits, we're going to talk about all the rumors that are popping up probably right before E3, and we're going to debunk some of them according to our totally not insider knowledge. But before we get there, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually healthy for the first time in like 2 weeks. It's
Lucky
great.
You. Your whole family healthy too?
Yeah, I had a relapse of awful congestion over the last like 3 or 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had gotten better, and then it all collapsed again. And today I'm feeling amazing.
Awesome.
Great.
That's great. Our daughter has been just a wreck for the last 3 or 4 days. Fever, tons of coughing, congestion, just up so many times. I didn't get to bed till 12:30 last night, and then I was up again with her at 5:30 this morning. So that was rough.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then, it's been a busy weekend. Graduations, gave the keynote speech at my graduation at my college, which was awesome. It was really, really well received. It was good. And then my wife had her
So that
graduation.
means you're done with school?
I'm grading finals. I graded finals today, and then I have portfolios to grade and final grades to enter by Wednesday or Thursday.
And
But
then
done
you
teaching.
actually have summer.
I do. I have my administrator duties, which are 20 hours. That's what I get paid for during the summer. So we'll see. I always do more than that, but that's what I'm required to do. So I'll be doing some stuff, but I have a few vacations planned at the 20th year reunion and all that stuff. But why don't we talk about the framing of the show? We're going to give some predictions for Microsoft, Nintendo, Square, Ubisoft, some third-party kind of miscellaneous stuff, and then get into what we've been playing, which for Anthony and I both, it seems like it's probably the same game.
Yep.
That I'm just so obsessed with this game. But before we get there, let's start with, why don't you tell us where you want to start?
I'm going to say let's just start at the big one I feel like has the most questions, which is going to be Microsoft.
Yeah, okay. Sounds great.
I think it is the one that has the giant question marks just floating there, going like, what the hell are you going to talk about?
Well, you saw how much time they booked for their presentation, right? Came out today or yesterday, 2 hours.
Holy crap.
And in the past, they booked like an hour 40 or an hour 30 or whatever, and they fill that time. So it's a 2-hour presentation. So I assume there's going to be a big blowout from Scarlet, I guess is what they're calling it.
Is that that's the code name of the next gen or whatever the hell they're going to call it? Xbox One 2?
God, I hope so. Please.
just keep the cringe train going.
Why not? They called that all digital edition the Xbox One S all digital edition, which is like Xbox SAD or Sade.
Oh.
It's just terrible naming these people. Why don't we jump into what your first big prediction though is?
Mostly I was just thinking through games that they'll show, and probably gameplay of Halo Infinite, I assume, at this point.
Yeah, and I actually think they confirmed that, so...
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that's confirmed.
And Gears 5?
That's confirmed too, but there's no release date yet, so...
So hopefully maybe a release date?
Yeah.
Like, more info on the... I don't see them dropping any kind of crazy new this generation game.
No.
Maybe something in like another franchise that they might have, like a Forza potentially. Something to just round out the end of this generation.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the Forza sequence is it now? Forza Horizon 4 just came out, so the next one is Motorsport 7, I think. And
yeah,
it's on a yearly cadence, flopping back and forth. So I can see Motorsport coming out this year, which means it should get a big blowout during the presentation. They pull out some sort of car from the ceiling or the roof or the floor or whatever. I can see that for sure.
I think those are the main games. They'll probably show some Sea of Thieves things because I feel like they're behind that game now,
right.
With updates. So expect just like, hey, here's some miscellaneous stuff coming there.
I feel like the audience is behind it as well. It's kind of done like a Rainbow Six Siege sort of thing where it started off just terrible and then came back and with support has made a lot of the players happy. I still have not turned it on for a second.
everything I've heard is as long as you have a group of people to play it with,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have a good time. If you don't, it's going to be boring as fuck.
Okay, well, then I will probably not touch it then.
So I think the people I've known that have had a good time with it are like families playing it.
Oh, yeah, that could be fun.
I'm
very
like
much
groups
looking
of friends. Like it's just
Right.
one of those games. So it's I think found its niche. Now it seems pretty well streamed overall, so
Right.
it has an audience.
Yep.
It's stable, which is a good thing.
Unlike Anthem, for
Yeah, no, that's
example.
gone.
That's out of the top 50 games played on Xbox right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not even on. Like, I usually just go by what's being streamed on Twitch as kind of a barometer.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even find it. It's so bad.
Wow.
I mean, it's there. It's just always low, sub 500 people streaming. Like,
Dang, right.
no one cares.
What a fucking colossal clusterfuck.
And I don't trust EA to support it.
No, they probably cut their losses.
Rebound it. They'll cut their losses.
They don't want to throw money
fully.
after that, right?
Well, a lot of places, as you saw, mentioning Siege, Sea of Thieves, would throw money at it now to like try to rebound it. I just think it's just too far gone.
Yeah.
And then EA is just not shown to be a company that does that or cares to do that. So
Well, and they've been radio silent. The official channels from BioWare on Anthem has been silent for over a month now.
yeah,
And that's all, No Man's Sky did that and such, but I don't see a rebound for this. I really don't.
no. I'm pegging Cyberpunk for Microsoft.
Oh yeah,
like
that
it
makes
was
sense.
last year.
Right.
I mean, we can talk about this. This was in my miscellaneous, but I do think it will be in Microsoft's presentation. It will be another trailer thing. I don't think we're gonna get a specific release date.
No. Do you think we'll
I
get
think
a
we're
window?
gonna get a. I think we're gonna get a general release date,
Okay.
release info, like 2020, fall 2020, or I just don't think they're gonna peg it this
Right.
far out to a specific day.
Right.
But I have a feeling that they will definitely confirm a year, maybe even a quarter of a year.
Yeah.
But I think the big trailer will be shown at Microsoft. Maybe having to do with the next gen hardware thing.
Yeah, I can see that being like
coming
a
to
big
both,
show
basically.
off for Scarlet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I 2020 still seems so early for me because they're still doing just a hands-off demo
I know.
behind closed doors.
I still think it's 2020.
Yeah.
I think it's fall 2020.
I hope you're right.
That's a year and a half, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fall/winter.
Right.
Um,
Well, they had a lot of success with Witcher coming out in May because there was just nothing, and it was fantastic. So
yeah, but I don't think they're gonna. I doubt they would hold it to 2021 if they could do it.
yeah, I feel like if we get and I could be totally wrong about this, but you get like a soft window that I feel like it's likely to be pushed as we get closer.
That could totally happen.
Like I assume if they do what you're thinking, that they will genuinely mean we think it will come out fall 2020 and then not. So
It will
which
come
is
out
fine.
Spring 2021.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah.
I'm also not dying to play the game, so I kind of don't care. So I think people who do care
I won't.
won earlier. Yeah, people like you.
Actually, I don't care how early it is. I just want it to be good.
Yeah. Right. We have plenty to play.
I've been waiting
Yeah. When's the first time you
22 years of my life
Right.
for a game set in this universe.
Yep. So you can wait a little longer.
I can wait as long as it takes to make sure it's good and that it will be successful.
Right. And given the pedigree, it's got to be
Yeah.
at least good, I would assume.
Yeah.
But, people have fucked things up before.
Yeah. So, that's generally where I sit on the game stuff for Microsoft.
Okay. Well, I got a couple of things here. I think that, obviously there's going to be a big blowout for Scarlet. And
Yep.
They'll do all their tech stuff and whatever, which I'm pretty excited to see because, I don't know, I just kind of want to see where they position themselves against Sony. Not just in terms of like the hardware and like how fast and whatever. Kind of don't care too much about that. It's going to be good. But I more care about the services that they kind of position themselves with. Like, are they going to expand Xbox? Are they going to combine Live and Xbox, or on Xbox Game Pass? What other services are they going to have? I'm kind of interested in that end of it. more than anything, but I think they're going to launch it in spring 2020. That's my guess. Either to get ahead of PS5, or that's just the Switch showed that to be a good window. So I don't know if that's completely accurate, simply because fall sales for the holiday season is kind of where it's at. But I can see a spring 2020. I'm going to kind of plant my flag there.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a Gears Battle Royale announced.
Really?
They said there was certainly not going to be one in the Halo universe, but I feel like it's kind of a, I think AAA releases. I think Gears 5 is supposed to be slated for fall. That's the kind of the rumor, so we'll see. And I think there's going to be some sort of battle royale attached to it, which would be kind of fun to run around with a chainsaw gun in a battle royale setting. I think there's going to be a pretty major AAA IP studio acquisition. I just don't know which one it's going to be. Something like, and this is not it, but something like them acquiring BioWare or something big like that.
Big.
Even like a Blue Point, kind of like a AAA remake house. Something surprising, not like a Ninja Theory, which is fine, but something big. And then I think we're gonna get an announcement either here or at the Nintendo presentation that xCloud is going to be coming to Switch in some capacity. And then the last one, which is also for Nintendo, I really, 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 really think they're going to announce Banjo-Kazooie for Smash. It's got to happen now or never. I'm going to
say never.
Happen. You think never? I think now.
I think never.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that if it doesn't come out,
I think Nintendo of Japan doesn't give a shit.
Well, I certainly think that's true.
And they are the ones that kind of more focus where the Smash characters are going.
Well, and especially this time, Nintendo was the one that set this list to Sakurai and said, "Here's the list, you choose." So I think that certainly lends weight to what you just said. Although I do think if you don't see it
saying
now,
it, but I'm just like, I don't see it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Sakurai, you think we're going to see the Japanese team being like, "Yeah, what's this Western platformer thing?" No.
Yeah. You think we're going to see some Dragon Quest kind of characters or other?
I could see Dragon Quest. I could totally see Dragon Quest.
I fucking want to see Chrono. I want to see Chrono so bad.
Chrono would be so badass.
I mean, another sword fighter, whatever, but he's got so many different abilities.
That would be I'd be curious if Square would be willing to let it happen, and then man, the amount of work that it would take to pull that into like a 3D space.
Yeah.
And like the approval process to get Square to sign off on the look and design of a 3D Chrono.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
It would be so fucking good though. And then that's all mine for Microsoft.
I just had something on the streaming platform. Probably they'll probably be pushing more of that.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of xCloud. I think there'll be a lot of Game Pass, a lot of Scarlet. I don't feel like there's going to be a ton of huge surprises. I think they're going to talk about the Battletoads game, but that's not a surprise either because they already talked about that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some random guess here. They'll have their own platform fighter. if Banjo-Kazooie is not in Smash, they'll be like, okay, well here's our platform fighter. I think
they gotta do it at some point, right?
I mean, I guess Sony did it.
Yep.
If Sony's ever gonna do it again, but
mediocre success.
Yeah, at best.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we move over to Nintendo then, since a couple of things are about Nintendo. I'll go with my first one here. I think this is a lock. I think that Super Nintendo games are going to be revealed for Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. Would be a good one to show off at this point.
Yeah.
And my general thing with Nintendo is almost everything that they're going to show is stuff coming this year.
Absolutely, they're not going to do anything.
The only thing I think they might do is they might do a Metroid Prime 4 tease beyond just the logo.
That would be interesting.
Just because it's been 2 years since they've shown anything, just even the title. Because music and title. Like, I think 2 years is a good time, even if they didn't show a ton, just to remind people. But this time actually show some in-game, like models. Show Samus in whatever it's going to look like on the Switch. Even if they don't have to show gameplay. I think it's just more of a reminder of like, hey, people, this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I think if they do that, and I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, I think they'll tie it into something happening this year to kind of keep with their, we're going to talk about things this year. I think they will announce Metroid Prime Trilogy for Switch.
Ah, that's a good point.
And I think it will come out this year. And when they do that, I think they'll tie it with here's a look at 4. I feel like the rumors have been pointing to that, like that's in the bag, just ready to come out. So
yeah,
I can see that. I can see that even being like it's out now. I really could.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I fucking have it on Wii U and I still haven't loaded it up, so I think I'd probably rebuy it just to play it.
Yeah, so I generally think you'll see the Switch Online stuff, like SNES stuff. They're going to show Animal Crossing. They're going to show more Pokemon. I'm curious at how much they'll show of Three Houses. Sorry.
I think there's going to be Fire Emblem Direct outside of E3, and that's where I'm focused.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to be the focus.
Of the
it's coming
E3
out pretty
presentation?
close. Yeah.
I mean,
E3 is pretty close to when it's coming out anyway.
Right,
so.
But Mario Maker 2 is the same, and they just did that big blowout for that game. So
True.
I can see them doing another blowout for Fire Emblem and pull it outside of the E3 thing.
So
at least I would like to, because I feel like the Fire Emblem fans want to just see so much nuance and detail about that game.
That's true. Probably beginning of July then.
Yeah, I could see that in the beginning of July. Although, yeah, beginning of July. That sounds right.
Do that. They showed off, was it last year? Game Freak's RPG.
Oh, Town, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they might show more of that. That could be something that I'd forgotten about, and that might just been in the works. And
when they announced that, did they say it was going to be 2019?
No.
Oh, okay. So
they did. I don't think they dated it. They were just like, hey, Game Freak is working on a Switch RPG.
Right. Okay.
That's not Pokemon. Next Smash character. We discussed it, but I feel like we'll see the next Smash character.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you have any guess who you think it's going to be, considering you don't think it's Banjo?
No, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Really. I just don't think it's going to be something from a Western game.
Yeah. I think it would make sense for it to be Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Because 11's coming out soon.
That's true. Because I feel like they'll show a little bit more of that too. Dragon Quest 11.
Right.
The super special whatever name edition it is.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
But really, I'm trying to think. Beyond those like bigger things that we kind of already know are coming out, it's going to be stuff this year. So I have a feeling there's going to be a focus on. Well, actually, the question is, where is it going to be shown? Because I do have Mario vs. Rabbids 2.
I think that's going to be at Ubisoft, and that's on my list too. I mean, that's where they revealed it last time. So there's just
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to show it, and I certainly think it's either going to be Mario Rabbids 2 or some other Rabbids take on a Nintendo franchise, but I think it's going to be Mario.
But it's going to be the sequel to the strategy.
Correct.
RPG, maybe just a bigger thing than just Mario.
Kind of like pulling in more Nintendo IP into one universe.
Smash versus Rabbids. I don't know.
Oh, fuck, man, dude, that
just
sounds
fucking amazing. All the worlds in.
Oh my god, I could totally see a Zelda one.
Yeah,
I really could. But man, just a Smash one would be so great.
There you go. There's your next Smash character, a Rabbid.
I mean, I would be okay with that. I know people hate rabbits, but I think having like Rabbid Peach or something would be kind of fun. Oh, I think that's already in there as a sticker or something. So
probably. Yeah, I don't know. That's basically what I've considered for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Some of these big games, and I'm sure there'll be some smaller stuff thrown in there, or that even internally they're developing smaller experimental things.
Right.
But maybe those will be exciting. I don't know.
For me, I think, they're obviously focused on this year. So I think something that can come out this year that I feel like has been in the works for a while, I don't see why it hasn't come out yet, is more DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I feel like we could get another cup or two. Might as well. There's so many copies of that sold on Switch that I feel like there's just a lot of money they can get by putting out another small pack. There's not a ton of development time that goes into that compared to like a whole new game, and just kind of keep that going as a platform. Because I don't think Mario Kart 9 is coming out anytime soon.
No.
So That, and then one thing, when you mentioned Metroid Prime 4 and just thinking about how they talked about focusing on 2019 only, I still think there will be some sort of glimpse into the future beyond this year, and I think they'll do an announcement for Mario 3D World 2, whatever they're going to call that. Not the Odyssey sequel, but like the Mario 3D World. I think that they will announce that as a port, but then also say there's another new one in the works kind of thing. Because that game just does not deserve to die on the Wii U. That game is phenomenal. No. So those are all mine. I did write a guess here for new Joy-Con revision because I always guess that and it never happens, and I crossed it out because I'm like, this never happens, so I'm not going to do it.
So. I don't feel like they announce much of that kind of hardware during these.
I just feel like it's a missed opportunity not to have some sort of ergonomic revision that you can just you can fucking slide these things off. Like, give us something else that you can slide on, besides different colors.
Nope.
But no special editions, no nothing. It just blows my mind. It could have had so much. How many special editions they put out for the 3DS and the 2DS and whatever else, and for the Switch, it's just like, here's some paint for a Smash Brothers one or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my Nintendo.
This transitions nicely into Ubisoft with the Rabbids, because I was saying, some form of Mario versus Rabbids 2, whatever it would be called.
Yep.
I could see that being shown off. Next Assassin's Creed will be at least a trailer. Yeah, Ragnarok. They're going to show info on.
When I wrote my guess about this, I kept thinking about how much of a gap it is between now and next fall, when obviously, or not, maybe not obviously, but I feel like that's when it's going to come out, is next fall. And obviously this gap year at the beginning here is filled with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We had the Hidden Blade DLC, and now we have the Atlantis DLC. But it leaves like an Assassin's Creed-sized hole in the fall, because at the front of this year was just those two DLC packs plus the remake of 3 and Liberation. I feel like they're not going to leave it silent, and I think they will keep doing like the Lost Tales of Greece stuff. But I can see them announcing a third DLC pack, where if you have the season pass, you get it automatically, but if you don't, then you can buy it. But a follow-up after Atlantis. Saying that, not knowing how Atlantis ends and where the story could go. But I feel like they've been doing such a great job of throwing down content for Odyssey, and we're not going to get Ragnarok until next fall. So there's room for late fall, early spring, a little bit more with Odyssey, which I would love, because can't fucking put this game down. It's like like a drug.
Yeah, I could see that. Along with Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's pretty kind of confirmed what it's being called, right?
I thought so. Like when I was looking around,
it was kind of the rumor, because the people saw that name in Division 2.
Right, that was it.
Yeah, so who knows? It might change its name. We never know. But for now, it's Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, and you can
I can see them changing it. I could see them having something different. But it still sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So that, I think they're going to show more Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, yeah.
The game that never comes out, but everyone wants.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, a long time ago. Long time ago.
Of course.
It was good. It was not. It was a good game. It's kind of crazy how much of a cult following it's picked up over the years.
Right.
But it was a wacky, kind of weird game. Just stood out at the time. So people gravitated to that. So I think like those are that will be shown.
I think we'll get an announcement for the pretty strongly rumored Watch Dogs 3 set in London.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a spring 2020 release. I don't think they'll launch it in fall, because they have Ghost Recon this fall, and I don't know what else they have this fall, but I think it'll be a spring game, and I'm looking very forward to it after Watch Dogs 2. So other than that, I think I have here that Splinter Cell tweet that was like, I don't think it was a joke. I think they fucked up and weren't supposed to put it out or say something. So I think that's actually in the works.
They'll tease a Splinter Cell.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe it's next gen. I don't know.
It could be. It's hard to say. Those are all the big surprises. I feel like they're going to show something big for Division 2, like its first expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been doing pretty well overall.
Yeah, it seems to have not met their sales expectations, but in terms of the quality, people seem to love it.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to a price drop where I can get back.
I have friends playing it who really enjoy it, so they still are playing it.
Nice.
So.
My off-the-wall thing for Ubisoft is this is stupid, I know, but a Rabbids battle royale of some sort.
Oh God.
Just some like, cartoony kind of Fortnite-ish kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know why I think that.
Is your off-the-wall thing there's going to be battle royale from everybody?
I think so. I feel like the trend kind of lags, so people are kind of looking at it and jumping in now. I still really want Breath of the Wild battle royale, but that's not happening.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
that trend.
No, they're not. They've never been really pioneers in that way or wanting to do that stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think if people don't jump into the battle royale thing now, this kind of ship sailed sort of thing.
I kind of feel like the ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Compared to, I feel bad about. I mean, Fortnite's not stopping.
Right.
I would expected it to stop by now, but it's not. It's still just dominating. And then people that aren't playing Fortnite are playing Apex.
Right. And even though the monetization dropped for Apex, like what was that story a couple days ago where basically like their income has just dropped precipitously, mainly because people are not super excited about the way their season rolls out.
Yeah.
And I have not bought in, and I fell off that game hard.
Yeah, I just couldn't find time to keep doing, again, online games while having a family is really hard to do.
Exactly. That's why I keep falling back into Odyssey, just so easy to pick up and put
pause.
in. Yep, yeah.
You can pause it at any point in time. It's great.
Yep. Come back later.
Even in the middle of a cutscene. I love it.
It's really
That is
nice.
the best thing ever.
Yep. I wish that they would give you the ability to rewind cutscenes, because when you're like watching a cutscene, then like someone comes in and talk to you, and you're like, "Fuck, I just missed that."
Yeah.
Because I don't like to be like, "Hey, stop! Don't talk to me." I'd rather interact with the people in my lives. But then have to hit YouTube later to see what I missed.
Yeah. But
that's kind of all my Ubisoft stuff.
Yeah, I think that's it for them. Again, probably some smaller things.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what we're getting. Because we're at the end of one hardware generation, kind of waiting for the next one to be announced. I feel like we're not going to get a ton of exciting stuff this time around.
No. I had some stuff on Square.
Nice, please lay it on.
So Final Fantasy VII, they've already said this on the 9th or whatever, or 10th. There's going to be a whole bunch more information about the Final Fantasy VII remake,
including release date.
I don't know if they haven't said release date. I think it's also just going to be general release info.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if it'll be a date or if it's still going to be separated as split into parts.
Right.
Chapters or.
I was listening to Game Informer podcast, and they were talking about having interviewed them or whatever, and they said like they regret calling it episodic, but it is going to be released in pieces. But they said that each one's going to be like a fully realized game, so I'm not sure what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I have no clue what that actually means. Yeah. I get it if you're trying to make the game at the fidelity that they're wanting that trailer was.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
I mean, it looks amazing, and it's so expensive to make a game like Final Fantasy VII that has so much content at that fidelity. Absurd amounts of time and art resources to get that done. So doesn't shock me that they would split it up. I could see like a first chapter episode being the whole
Midgard thing, right?
Midgard, the beginning. That would be first chapter.
Right.
And
it's a really fully contained story.
Yep.
So it makes sense.
I don't know what they do once you hit open world. Do they still have open world? Do they not?
Right.
I'm sure that's a big question for them too, making this. Like, do you wander around the world and get into random battles? I mean, how much does this change those aspects of the game?
Right.
But I feel like you'll get some of that info this E3.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a big blowout there. I think this is going to be their second biggest title at that conference. The first one, of course, would be Avengers.
Yeah, I did have that one listed as like Avengers game ?
I think I would erase the question mark simply because what was it? I think it was Game Informer as well. They did an interview with the creative director or whatever, I can't remember his title, of Marvel Games, and he was talking about how they really wanted to look for good partners to do their games and make sure that their games were done, good service to. Like looked to Sony for Spider-Man, looked to Nintendo for Marvel Alliance, and found a good developer for the Avengers game. And I was like, wait a second, I thought they hadn't even said that publicly, that they even had the Avengers game in the works.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like strongly rumored.
It had only been strongly rumored.
Okay, because this guy fucking said it. He said, and the Avengers game. I was like, okay, well, that's definitely happening at E3 then.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, that's going to be shown. That actually made me question which part of Square Enix is making it.
I thought it was Crystal Dynamics, wasn't it?
Is it Crystal Dynamics?
That's what the rumor is, at least.
Tomb Raider folks?
Yep. That's why they offloaded Tomb Raider, the third one, Shadow, to Eidos Montreal.
Oh, okay.
That's what the rumor is. No one's said that publicly.
Okay. Because the next one I'm curious if they'll talk about anything of what Montreal's next game is.
Yeah.
Are we going back to Deus Ex more than anything?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I still need to play the next one, Mankind Divided.
Right.
Which was mixed when it came out, and it's trended more positive over time. I think people have, at least reviews I've read in more recent time, they're like, if you go into it expecting this is the type of game it is, you'll enjoy it.
Set expectations appropriately.
Yeah, not crazy huge.
Right.
And so I've just been curious if Montreal's if Square isn't interested in continuing that franchise. And Montreal's the studio that's done it before, so find out.
If it's not Deus Ex, what else could they be working on?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
More Tomb Raider? Probably
maybe.
not.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be on ice for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing is Montreal it's all those Eidos properties.
Yeah.
Which they haven't really nurtured that many of them. So.
Right.
So yeah, that's where I'm expecting maybe something out of that. If not, it's just going to be the Avengers game, Final Fantasy VII, and then stuff on the Dragon Quest 11, 12?
Right, for Switch. It's 11, yeah.
11.
Yeah, I feel like taking Sony's spot is just telling people we have big stuff to talk about, so I'm hoping that's true, because their last year's conference was absolutely just terrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
I was considering if they'll be showing off something from the team that did Octopath.
Mm-hmm.
And if that could theoretically be a remake of Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger in that style. Oh my
god. Dude, that would be so great.
It would be really cool.
I keep wanting to play 6, so yeah. It'd almost be like a proof of concept for that engine before Octopath, right? To say like, okay, this works. We have this established game. Let's put that into this engine. But I would still I would play Chrono Trigger again immediately if that was the case.
Yeah, that art style is fantastic, and it's such a good way to do the modern day pixel.
Right. Well,
I think they're gonna. That's my out there thing is that team who did Octopath is working on some update to an older Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger.
That'd be so good, and kind of a nice parallel track to 7, where it's like getting remade in this full 3D thing. Like, we can remake some of our older games too, but still make it the side, pixel art kind of thing.
What won't get announced is anything to do with Final Fantasy 16 or what that is.
Right.
I think we're years away from seeing anything.
Even though they cut development on 15 pretty abruptly.
I think that's just because it wasn't making money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because DLCs only sell a fraction what the main game sold, and each DLC sells less than the previous one. That's just almost a complete truism of DLC.
Well, it makes sense too, considering how many people do not finish a game that they buy. You don't really want to get DLC for a game if you haven't finished it.
Yeah. So I just think the cost to make those DLCs is just way more than they were making on them.
Yeah, that makes sense. And they're a business after all.
Yeah.
In terms of third party, if you're done with Square.
I'm done with Square.
Okay. So I said the Avengers game. I think somewhere, and I don't know where this would be, maybe Microsoft. I think Konami announces a new Castlevania game.
I agree.
With the anime and this, the new the collection that just came out.
Yeah.
Bloodstain coming out this month or next month. I can see them. I could see a new Castlevania game. I don't know what it would look like or how good it would be, but I think the like the Mega Man 11 remake, if they scoped it appropriately, I think could do well.
Yeah, I could see that. Another one I had is on the miscellaneous. Rocksteady's next game.
That's on my list too. Yeah, it's got to be right. It's
Probably
been so
a DC
long.
game of some sort. I saw rumors that people were saying Justice League.
Yeah, I saw the same one.
Which I could see. I could also see them just saying, "Screw it, we want to make a really good Batman game again."
That would be funny if it was just Batman again.
They're just like,
people would fucking love it. Whatever.
Just want to make, because Arkham Knight wasn't as well received. Correct.
Correct.
There's just part of like, do they want to like be like, no, we want to go out on doing this in a very good light. But I could see them also expanding to doing a Justice League style thing.
Well, there was the rumors for a while about the Court of Owls storyline coming out from Rocksteady artists or whatever. I could just see them doing a different style of Batman, like take Batman Beyond or whatever, some other Batman style. Just because people just love those games, man, and they're good. They must be fun to make because they're fucking fun to play.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, that was on my list. I have Bethesda's going to show nothing worthwhile.
I forgot they had a conference.
I'm like, and they've already confirmed that they're not showing the next Elder Scrolls or their sci-fi game.
All right. No Starfield, no ES.
No Starfield, no Elder Scrolls 6. I'm like, what are you going to show?
Fallout 76 support? I
Nope.
don't know.
Like I said, nothing worthwhile.
I've tried so hard to care about Bethesda games, and I just cannot get into them. I really can't.
Rage 2 just came out. Maybe some Doom thing.
I think they'll talk about the Youngbloods, which is Youngblood, which is a Wolfenstein game coming out in the fall.
Yeah, they'll show that. That's cool.
Yeah, there's nothing I can. Why even have a conference? Like, they must have something, I guess, but I don't know.
Some stuff on Elder Scrolls Blades, of course.
Oh, God.
Because I'm sure that will make everyone thrilled. God.
Yeah, I don't see much of them. I have, on my notes here, I kind of feel negative about this, but I'm going to say it anyways. On the EA thing, there's not really going to be any substantial Anthem talk.
Nope.
Just, here's some...
I don't know if they're going to talk about.
Actually.
They're going to talk about Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Probably show a lot more off of it on it.
Right.
They'll talk about Apex Legends and what's coming from there. Potentially, if there's going to be another Titanfall game, I could see that being piggybacked off of Apex talk, and then just their normal games. They're not going to be showing off anything for another Dragon Age because that got nuked. Well, that's not true. There was that teaser for it.
Yeah, the Solus.
Yeah, so maybe they'll show a bigger teaser, but
that was the Game Awards.
That's still, I would expect, a couple years away. So
2022.
Yeah, at this point, being reset, I don't know, but I could see them showing a teaser.
Yeah.
So an expanded teaser for maybe a potential new Dragon Age, but then you're just gonna get normal EA stuff. They'll show another Madden. They'll show another Battlefield. Yeah,
the way they have their thing set up where it's no conference, it's just playing.
Yeah.
They're going to be streaming stuff we know about. I don't feel like there's going to be any surprises because I think it'll be hard to have enough eyeballs on any particular 30-minute stretch for people to all get that message.
So yeah,
not expecting much. But Jedi Fallen Order, I agree. It's going to be their marquee.
That's the one I think they'll probably go into the fall pushing hard. Which makes sense. I mean, there's another Star Wars movie coming out this Christmas too. So
is it really? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
It's the final episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
We're all done.
Yep. I got to finish watching episode 8, I guess.
Into the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
We'll be done with that story. Oh, because that's the random rumor that came out. Because Benioff and Weiss are working on the next Star Wars trilogy. So they got signed, but they're the ones that So we get a Star Wars movie this year, and the next movie won't come out until 2022.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be theirs, the first movie by them. And all the rumors are showing the scriptwriter that they hired, they're doing Knights of the Old Republic. That has been what the rumor... Like, it's always been slight rumors, but there's been a lot more substantial rumors about it now.
Oh, wow.
That they are doing Knights of the Old Republic
So Weiss and Benioff are gonna fuck up another beloved IP.
Potentially.
Oh,
Honestly,
God. Well, that one has an ending though. That one has an
ending. It's already all been laid out for them.
That's
they
true.
Just
Never mind.
have to adapt it to a movie.
Correct, and they're good at that. They adapted the first
they're
4 seasons well.
I know, and I'm like, you know what? You guys will be fantastic at just adapting this because you have everything's already there.
That's true. That's right. I was unfair in my comment because that's completely correct.
So, yeah, that was my little aside there on weird Star Wars crap. But tied to video games, it'd be crazy to see the video game Star Wars being taken to a movie, and what they do with that. Because there's no way they're taking an entire BioWare craziness and just straight up adapting it. It would have to change pretty radically.
Well, there's too much content for a
There's
trilogy.
too much content, and the twist is a very specific twist for you playing the game.
Right.
And that doesn't work in a movie as well. It has to be redone a little bit. A lot, actually. I don't know if you know what the twist is. So.
I don't, but
Do you
I
care?
have. No, I have come to the realization that spoilers don't.
Yeah, but
like,
if you're never gonna play it, you're not gonna. It's not gonna.
I plan on playing it, but you know how my plans end up.
I don't think you'll ever play it because I've tried playing it at this point in time. It's painful.
Okay, then yeah,
it's just really old and clunky. So you play as person that wakes up from like a battle and like you're kind of in a coma. You don't know who you are. You start retracing who you are, or you kind of are told who you are, and you work through that. And when it becomes, you're actually the big bad.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay.
You're Darth Revan.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Which is they always talk about in the games is like, yo, this big, no one knows what's happened to Darth Revan and the whole thing, and the player character turns out to be Darth Revan.
Wow.
Just had his mind wiped by the Jedi. So yeah, it's like the big, huge twist reveal.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I guess don't know how they completely would translate that to screen as well.
Right.
Because the reason why it's so impactful is you're playing the game as this character.
Right. And you're like, I'm the bad guy. What the hell?
Yeah, and you're like, wait, what?
Right. Oh, okay.
So, and the thing is that twist is out there and known. So, I have a feeling they're not going to adapt the story of Knights of the Old Republic, but rather will be working with that world.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think you're right.
To make a story, a political story in it, because it's a very political setting.
Yeah, they don't want to adapt a story where the end, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially for Star Wars.
But back to E3 stuff. I think we've gone through most of mine. I said Cyberpunk. The only other one I have on miscellaneous is 2K Games is going to show off whatever Ken Levine is working on.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. That's been a while coming.
It's been a very long while because I saw him give a GDC talk on it when I was still at PopCap.
So holy shit.
2014, he did a talk on procedural narrative games.
Uh-huh.
And what he was starting to explore with like a very small team of like 10 people.
Right.
Which was, you can do procedural stuff for like terrain and worlds and like moving maps and everything like that, moving through it. What does it take to do a game where every time you sit down, it will react to the decisions that you make? And it's infinitely replayable.
That is a pretty interesting concept.
He's a writer by trade, so this is just him.
Of course,
going crazy. He's just like, what has to be done to reach that point? Can it be done? And he's been working on it for like 5 years at this point. So, time to show something. I'm ready.
Right.
Give me that, where I can just sit down and just choose. I want to play this character starting in this location of this world, and I'm going to get a crazy story. It's going to be great.
I like the replayability aspect of that.
That's the talk specifically was more on like, okay, when you sit down to play like a game of Civ, like you just play games of Civ. It's an infinitely replayable game.
Right.
Can you do that with narration, with storytelling? That was his thesis that he was working on.
Right. Seems like it's time to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit then.
Yeah, if they have something or they realize, nope, can't do it.
They come on stage like,
here's BioShock 4.
Well, that's interesting. Wow.
I doubt it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if 2K at some point wants to make a Bioshock 4, and they would just
Well, I
do
mean,
it. But
kind of not a cash cow, but that's definitely a known IP. That
well,
seems
I don't
like it
think
would.
Ken Levine's going to do it. So
Right.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
For me, one more, and it's just Sony fucking with people, either putting something out the week before or the week after E3.
I mean, that is the question now. When are they going to do that?
Right.
They're going to put out something, but when? I think after.
You think after?
I think they're going to let all these companies blow their load on all this stuff, and then they're just going to come out short time after and just be like, here's all this stuff. Talk about us now.
Right. Yeah, that kind of pulls the cycle back towards them.
Yep.
Even if it would be smart for them to come out and announce and say, we're going to do an event in, I don't know, August, September, kind of a big blowout for PS5. And then people would just be talking about that next.
Yeah.
As opposed to whatever Scarlet is.
Yeah, I'm still curious how much Microsoft is going to talk about it.
If they don't talk about just
show.
a fucking lineup of games from their studios, man, if it's not games, then it's going to be hard for people to care, I think.
Yeah.
I really do think that they got to come out with the games. And they bought all those studios or whatever. They've got to have shit coming out, so. Well, that's our look forward to E3. We will come back in a couple of weeks and see how wrong we were, which usually I would say that we'll get like a third of these things right. So
Yeah, probably.
I expect to live up to that standard. You're not going this year, right?
No.
Okay.
No reason for me to go this year.
Yeah. So why don't we move into what we have been playing? And I'm certain that we're both been playing the same game and only that one game. Have you played anything else besides Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Nope.
All right. I want to hear.
All the time.
You've been playing the Hidden Blade DLC, and this is going to be a spoiler-filled talk because I don't care. So I want you to go into the story.
So have you touched it at all?
Yeah. I played the first probably 3 or 4 missions.
So you met Darius and Nataka. What is the first? God, this was only like last week, but I'm trying to think. Playing it all together. And you've now got the new cultists, right?
Oh, yeah.
A branch of new
probably
cultists.
4 or 5 of them. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that screen completely fills out. So, like, you see the first one is the bottom branch.
Yep.
And then there's a top branch in part 2, and then there's the side branches in part 3.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think it ends up being like 21.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 21. I think it's...
Okay. So 7, 7, and 7.
Yep. So that... I mean, you don't have to kill all of them, but I did. So...
Right. Well, you don't have to in the main game either, but...
Nope, but I did anyway. Because I hate them. So, yeah, the first... I mean, the first part is really just mostly an introduction to Darius and Nataka.
Darius, right.
Yeah.
And Nataka's the son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it.
The love interest, if you want it to be.
Oh, no, that's where the baby comes from?
Yeah, that's
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep. But the I don't know how well overall it works or everything, but it is a nice introspection on the desires of those who are always running to potentially have a simple life.
Right.
Which is very heavily explored in part 2 as well.
I feel like that's where Witcher 3 ended up, right? This guy has been doing this Witcher shit forever and finally just wants to have his little house and just chill. Yeah.
I mean, Cassandra specifically says, she's like, I'd love to just be able to, before she has the kid at all, or even she's like, I would just love to be able to raise my son in a fishing village and have just fish and have a stall where I sell the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Just a simple life.
I love it.
But then she's like, I'm never going to have a simple life.
Right.
But, I mean, it's mirrored by Darius and his son, who are on the run from the Order, which is the beginnings of the Templar Order. Like,
right.
When you hit the third act, you're like, oh, this is the Templars. Like, they even say lines that are Templar lines. So,
like, hammer the point home.
Yeah, you're like, oh, right, this is the Templars.
Right.
So, yeah, and, like, the kid thing happens in 2, in the second act, second part.
Okay.
And then
How do they resolve it? Because you're playing it after the patch. So before they kind of forced you to have this heterosexual relationship, and obviously you still have to get impregnated. But how do they handle that?
I mean, you can either take the romantic option or very much a pragmatic. I need to, because there's a lot of talk about bloodlines in it as
Yeah.
well, and you're like,
Right.
I need to continue my bloodline.
Yeah.
Like, it's important that I have an offspring to
Right.
continue this. And so, I mean, that's the other way it can be framed, and it's framed as in the like romantic way is I'm gonna settle down with a family for a while, and I assume not, because I went with the romantic way because it seemed nicer than
Right.
the yeah, I just got to continue the bloodline, but I'm still just going to be a mercenary around the Greek world, and I'll show up every once in a while and check up on you and the kid. And I'm like, whoa.
That's not a great ending for Cassandra.
Just like, oh, yeah.
Although we know her ending is like many, 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 many years in the future anyway. So
Yeah.
And in the
It seemed too harsh for her.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of the same thing again back to The Witcher, where you like with Ciri like choosing for her to be the Witcher forever, or kind of be the Empress or whatever. I just felt very lonely to continue that.
Yeah.
But in the storyline here, does she? Oh no, that's not right. Because the way that storyline ends up is her way, way, way in the future coming back. So in this point, she doesn't know what's going to happen. So,
No.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I mean, she has the staff in my game at this point. I don't know when you can play this. I assume any point with the DLC, but I
think
mean,
it's a certain level. But yeah.
But I already have
Any point.
the staff that is
Yeah,
like,
me too.
as long as I have the staff, Cassandra lives forever.
Right.
Like,
And Jean knows that. So.
yes. But yeah, that's where I am. I finished it like right before we started talking. Like, I have one more run to this point, get a cutscene, and then we'll probably close out the DLC.
And jump into Atlantis or wait?
I think we'll see. As I said, I'm back and forth on that because I want to keep playing, but I don't want to be waiting basically a month between them.
Right. Yeah, it's basically a month.
Yeah, because it's been great just playing Hidden Blade all the way through. And the structure of Hidden Blade is each episode takes place in one area of the map.
Mm-hmm. Because this one's Macedonia, the first one.
Macedonia, and then Achaia.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
Achaia.
Achaia.
Yeah.
And then Messenia.
Wow, back to Messenia. Okay.
I
think Messenia. Is it Messenia? Is that the one where Testicles was?
No.
Where you brought him?
No,
oh,
that's
okay.
Massara.
Okay, Massara's.
Messenia is next to wherever the Spartans are.
Oh.
It's like it's like
Laconia.
the southwestern of that main island.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very, very hilly, lots of mountains.
Right.
Has the Bay of Hades.
Oh yeah, I need to go find a underground temple there.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm doing after this show is finishing my trophy run.
Yeah. So overall, I've been pretty happy. I've done 14 hours into this chunk of DLC. So I don't feel like it skimped me on anything. Actually,
no, 14 hours for. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did it feel kind of repetitive?
No. I mean,
Good.
yes,
Okay.
you're doing the stuff that you always do in this game, clearing forts and some ship battles, and
Right.
I mean, you either like what this is doing or you don't. It's not drastically changing the formula.
No surprises.
There's some naval twists that are pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool.
My ship can shoot flamethrowers now.
Oh my god.
I can ram people while shooting flames.
That sounds pretty good.
It's pretty stupid, but why not? Let's do it. Because yeah, I've been ramming the shit out of people with
Nice.
Setting them on fire as I ram them. Yeah, I'm curious if this final cutscene I'll get able to, if I'm gonna get the hidden blade or not.
Mm-hmm. That'd be interesting if you carried that forward to Atlantis.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Like, because
It
there's
wouldn't.
been focus on the blade a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, it's the name of the damn DLC.
yeah,
But it wouldn't change the way you play because you just use Leonidas' spear to do that anyways.
yeah. So I'm curious how that's all going to play out. Because yeah, the Hidden Blade stuff is very much like here is the start of the Templars and probably what will become the Assassins.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And Atlantis, I'm really looking forward to because
It just looks bonkers.
yeah, exactly. You just get to be a superhero at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
So yeah, the game is ridiculous. I love it. I have 113 hours into the game at this point.
I'm at 96, and I seriously play. Right, as the semester's wound down, I've had time every night. I've played. Last night I played 2 hours, well, 2.5, because my daughter was up off and on for most of the night, so I had to do something because I was on duty. Yeah, I just keep coming back to it, man. Right now I'm on my trophy run, and I was texting you a little bit about stuff that I was doing. I finished up Ksenia's storyline, and then I was realizing the Hermes homie thing where you have to unfog the map.
Yeah.
I thought that just meant the sea, but then I realized no, it's all the land
Oh, yeah.
subsections.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So there are tons of sub areas I didn't go to, so I just been going to each one. I think I have like 3 or 4 now in Masara. I think I'm probably going to pop that tonight. The Adrestia, I was talking to you last night about how I need to get like so much more to pop this, but then in that conversation with you, I realized, or we both realized, that the DLC or new updates added more levels for higher level characters to the ship. So to get that trophy, it used to say fully upgrade the Adrestia, and I didn't realize they changed the text to simply upgrade to the Adrestia to legendary status.
Yes.
So there's only one that doesn't have gold for me. And I just need to get more resources, so I just need to go bash some ships, basically, on my way to the other underground or underwater locations, because I just need to do Hippocrates? What the fuck's the name? Hippocrates, whatever.
Hippocrates.
Yeah, his quest line was only like 3 or 4 things. Underwater locations, Hermes homie, and then that's it, and I'm done. So that's all the trophies. So I should pop the trophy for the platinum tonight, tomorrow, or the next night.
Yeah, it depends. I don't remember how long those Hippocrates quests took.
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering, is how long those things are. There's only 4, but I imagine each one's a little beefy storyline.
Yeah, a little bit.
But that game deserves a platinum. I cannot stop playing this fucking game. And I'm telling myself now, when I get the platinum, I'm going to stop playing and play something else, but I know I'm just going to jump right into the Hidden Blade. So,
it's good.
Keep going.
It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I could pop over to Origins and finish that. I'm like 3/4 of the way through that game. It's the same thing basically, so I should just go back and finish it. But I just don't connect to Bayek as much as I do to Cassandra, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. She gets some great lines at the end of Hidden Blade. Oh my god, the fury and anger. It's so good.
That's great.
You're like, yep, don't cross this person. She will fucking end you.
Yeah. Oh man, she's a beast.
She really is.
The other one I did was the Artemis quest line.
Oh, okay.
I finished that, and at the end you fight Daphne, basically.
Yep.
And my first playthrough, where I did like save scumming, I went through and did not kill her, and then it was just like, don't come back here again. I was like, oh well, if that's going to be the ending, then I'm just going to kill her then. I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Got some trophies to pop. Having just a really good time still, even just trying to get these kind of grindy trophies. Nothing like Syndicate, but
no, I don't. None of the trophies are that super grindy.
There was one on Origins that they didn't put in the Odyssey, which was, like this Hermes homie is like go to every sub area basically. In Origins, it was complete every location.
Oh, complete them?
Yes, everything on the map.
Yeah.
Nope.
Completing would be a pain. Uncovering, even if it was like reveal every question mark.
Yeah.
I still feel like, okay, I could do that. It takes some time, but it's not horrible. But if I had to complete every point, oh god.
It'd be hard because there's a lot. That's when you get a lot of repetition. There's so much freedom in the game where if you don't do everything, you don't really get into that. Oh, it's all the same.
Yeah.
If I had to do like every single fort, every single whatever, it'd be the same over and over again.
I do appreciate that I've played it enough now where forts aren't super intimidating to me. I'm just like, let's do this. I'm going to completely rip this fort apart.
Right.
And I don't even find it that, like, the repetition boring in it. It's more like, how hard they used to be to how dominant I can be stealthing through it all is really impressive.
Yeah, and for some of the grindy stuff, for the just the ship stuff. Like I'm trying to like grind for resources. I just put the level scaling down, so they're like 4 levels below me, so it's a little easier just to kind of burst through the ships because I don't really like to naval combat very much. So
no, ramming things is the best thing.
It is, but other than that, it's not great.
That's all.
And usually it's like they're like groups of 3 or 4 ships, and I ram one, and I'm getting attacked by all the others, and it was just like I just need resources.
Yeah.
So I'm
trying to think of where I can't remember where I got all my resources.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I had a crap ton of them. I've spent a crap ton of them.
I've spent so many, but I only need one more. One more for
probably a lot of wood, I assume.
Yes, a ton of wood, which is apparently cleaving ships is the best way to get wood. So I'm just gonna keep. Because I stayed off the water because I just don't like it very much. But I need to get out there and break some ships apart.
Yeah.
On my way to my underwater locations. Yeah. So we're both way into Odyssey. Such a great value for even we bought up full price to the $100 for the gold, but it was still.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I've gotten more than my worth out of that game.
Absolutely. I feel like Assassin's Creed is always going to be we'll see if that continues.
No. Like which ones didn't I day one buy? I didn't day one buy Unity.
Oh, well, yeah, good.
And then I didn't buy Syndicate either. Because I was just like, oh, I know. I heard Syndicate is good. I was so. Was I not disappointed?
Done with that formula, or?
Yeah, a little bit. I needed something to change.
Right.
Because let's see, there was 3. Then there was Unity. Yeah, Unity was the first one on the PS4.
I think Black Flag was.
No, Black Flag. When was Unity then?
After Black Flag.
Okay. Oh, because Black Flag bridged generations.
Correct. Yep.
Right. So yeah, Unity was supposed to be the first one that was like, look at how amazing this is. It's all on next-gen hardware, and look at how bad it is.
Yeah. But once they patched it all up, apparently it's pretty good. But I was thinking today, like I need to finish Odyssey, and I want to play something completely different. And I was like, maybe I should play the Ezio collection then, 'cause that's different. Like, is it?
Actually, it is.
I mean, it is different, but yeah. But man, I need to play something else, but I can't get away from Assassin's Creed. So
we'll just play this all the way until we get Ragnarok, and then you can play a badass Valkyrie.
Yeah, there you go. Well, my friend at Blizzard gave me a beta key for the World of Warcraft Classic.
Oh my
beta.
God!
So I'd like to get in and play that. But every time I have a little bit of gaming time, I'm like, well, I'm almost to the platinum. So when I get the platinum, maybe I should then go over to the beta.
I'd be very curious what your take is on that. I've been so curious. I'm like, do I want to go back? Do I want to? Because I have such good times with vanilla. Wow.
Right.
But I realize it's nostalgia for a specific time of my life.
With the people
and
you're with, huh?
Specific group of people I was playing with at PopCap. Like, I had just started at PopCap. I had a character on one server, but then I started a PopCap, and they were all playing on BlackRock, Horde BlackRock, and I didn't have a Horde character. So I leveled a rogue through vanilla WoW on a PvP server. That was insane.
Yeah.
But I did it, and then we would it was part of that work family thing, because we work during the day, we go home, and I play with like a group of like 5 to 10 of them, and we'd come back the next day at work, and we'd talk about what happened and what we're gonna do next and what we all wanted. And yeah, it was. I don't think even if I went back and played it that I could recapture what I loved about that time of life playing WoW.
I didn't start WoW until Burning Crusade, which was the first expansion?
First expansion.
Yeah, okay. So I came in right after Vanilla then, and played a ton with my mom. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I really want to get in there. I don't know how long the beta lasts.
Vanilla is very different even than Burning Crusade.
Oh, really?
Burning Crusade changed quite a bit. They had learned a lot by Burning Crusade, and then they applied a lot of those learnings to that expansion.
Well, I'd like to get into it before next week so I can talk about it with you.
I would love to hear about it. I watched a few streams of it this past week. I saw people playing in it, and I was like, I just have to, and it took me back. Like, the amount of flight time and weird grinding and waiting. Not in a bad way, though, but in a, like, this is just a much slower paced game than what it became.
Right.
Because you have to wait for things to respawn, and it's not always exactly clear where quests are, so you need to explore a lot.
I'm looking at the stress test schedule. My friend gave me the code 4 or 5 days ago. So it was Wednesday the 22nd to Thursday the 23rd. So that one's done. And then next one's June 19th to June 20th. So I guess I'll be hopping on then.
Yeah. So that's the one I saw people streaming it, was that stress test one right then.
Right. Okay. So I thought it was kind of an ongoing thing, but that makes sense. Okay, cool. So that was episode 193 of Prof and Dev Play Games. He's at Summer Speak. I'm at Prof Plays Games. Next week we'll report back on our Assassin's Creed Odyssey playing, apparently, because that's all we can do.
Yeah, I'm sure it will change at some point, but
at some point. I'll get my platinum before next week, so I'll be happy to share that. All right, folks, we'll see you next week.
All right. Later, all.